Valkyria Chronicles, and this time we're going to do a slight variation on the strategy that on how we'll complete this map. So if you were watching last night, you'll see that we took one approach to on how you could complete this map, and this time I'm going to be doing a slight variation on that strategy, so you can see that there'll be different ways that you can appreciate this game, and hopefully you can come up with your own strategy. Okay, so so here we are at our first point in our position. Now, if you remember yesterday's broad, we started off by setting up a strike force of infantry and engineers. Now, I'm going to take that approach again. This time, I'm going to be using all scouts instead of having an engineer, and this time I'm going to be deploying this time we're going to be deploying a more mobile force, and with my second team backing up the Edelweiss. The reason for that will be revealed as you see the game. Now what I'm aiming for here is to keep this particular force as mobile as possible. So what we'll do is, you can see here that I still have a scout and engineer. Along with Largo and Rosie. Really, I've only got them there more or less for the purposes of keeping them for the purposes of the medals. Okay, sorry, I'm still getting the hang of this. So so what my plan will be is that we're going to it'll be the same as what we did last night, except there will be a small change that will be revealed to you very shortly. So let's deploy.
We'll commence combat now. Stay sharp out there.
Let's drive these Imperials back out of Gallia! Squad 7, move out!
Okay, here we are in our first phase, and what we're going to do is something similar to what we've done before. So
entering combat.
We'll kick off the proceedings by deploying our Edelweiss.
Enemy sighted.
Keep an eye on the distance between you and them.
Fire!
Okay, that was a bit of bad luck, but that's all right. That's okay,
entering
because
combat.
that's not what we're really aiming for at the moment.
Minor damage sustained.
Try to strike.
What we'll aim to do here is do a bit of clearing out. So what we've done is we've done a bit of clearing, and we're going to back it up.
Understood.
By starting to deploy our engineer and scout. Now, one of the useful tricks that you've got in this game is that the Edelweiss is quite useful as a shield for helping to protect scout movements. So okay.
My turn, okay?
Now we're deploying the strike force, our scouts.
All troops advance.
Alicia is one of my personal favourite characters in this game.
Good work. Keep it up.
Enemy sighted!
I'm on my way.
So, as you can see, we'll be doing the same thing that we were.
Nothing passes these defenses.
We'll be doing the same thing that we did in our previous playthrough on this level. In our previous playthrough, so
The enemy exposed.
we'll set this up. So I'll set this up for a defensive formation. What our main objective
I can
here
do that.
is to get our scouts ready
Get ready.
for the following phase. So
Allow me to help. Did you see that?
yes, we did, don't you? Yes, we did indeed. Okay. Now,
They're pushing us back.
You can depend on me.
there's not much for Susie to do here except to
I've located the enemy.
join up with the rest of the group
I've
in
located the enemy.
preparation
Fall back for now. Retreat.
for the next phase. So, you know what? We'll put it here. All right. So what we've done is that in this first phase, we've set up the strike force and taken the first camp, and we've set up the Edelweiss to be a buffer. I was hoping to at least have weakened our two lancers here along with the tank, but unfortunately that didn't quite work out. So I've brought Carl up the back to provide easy assistance in repairs. So here we go for this next phase.
Minor damage sustained. Damage minimal. Under minor fire.
Now the enemy seems to be is responding pretty much the same way that they were in the previous playthrough. The only difference being is that we have got a squad, we have got a shock trooper that's decided to take a chance. Now it's a leader, so that's a good opportunity to knock out a medal for the enemy. And we've still got this formation, that's defensive formation, that's still pretty solid. So what I'll do
I'll do my best.
is I'll
Hostile spotted.
immediately get some repairs happening.
Thank you. Entering combat. Fire!
Now the intention here was to more or less break the defense. Now, which which I've accomplished. Now, what I'll do
Just watch
is
this.
I'll start moving up the rest of my team here. There's really not much they can do. It's really all about keeping them all together
Provide the squad
for
some
the
cover.
moment. So we'll bring up Largo. Now we'll bring up Rosie. It can be quite challenging. It can be quite challenging having to work with both Alicia, Largo, and Rosie in these maps because of their medals. But with a bit of ingenuity, you can take it. You can take it, put them in positions where they can be most advantageous. So right here. Okay.
Here I come.
Not the outcome that I hoped for, but still something's better than nothing. Alright.
Understood.
What I'll try here is
All right, here I go. Enemy neutralized.
You're doing well. Just keep it up.
I'm going to wind up this turn. I'll use Carl to see if we can knock out this other Lancer.
Let me help. Please hit. Phew.
Nice work. Keep taking them down.
So, unfortunately, that phase was a little slower than I'd hoped it would be, but the upside is that we have knocked out a couple of Lancers, and the enemy is still following pretty much the same movements as they were in the last turn.
Damage sustained. Damage minimal.
Now, the important thing to remember about defensive formations is always, when you have the opportunity, try to bottleneck your enemies, because that will make life a little easier in terms of protecting yourself. Okay, now we're into our third phase. So you've got do a bit of a catch up so far. My strike force is still secure at the first outpost, and they're holding up a shock trooper. And we've moved the Edelweiss into an adequate position for the next part of our plan. So away we go.
Here we go. Fire!
Nice work.
Understood. Hostile spotted.
completely healed that tank, the Edelweiss, yet, so we'll keep Carl there for the moment. Now what I plan on doing with Juno,
Hostile identified. Enemy sighted.
move her through this path here. Now, what we're going to do is there's a nice little back path here that you can take advantage of. Now, okay, that can make winning this map a little easier when you've built up your soldiers somewhat. In the early stages, you can beat this map, but it is a little harder because the movement ranges aren't as strong, aren't as wide as they should be. So I'm taking a bit of a chance by moving Juno so far ahead. But what I'm going to do here is keep her there for the moment. She doesn't have enough movement to get to this little grass patch here. So, okay, as we can see, we've still got 2 shock troopers here that I think will leave just for the moment. And then I'll use these last few medals to knock out this tank. Now, as any experienced VC Valkyria Chronicles player will tell you that if you're up against the tank, the easiest way to take them out is a well-placed Lancer shot from the back. But unfortunately, can't quite do it here. So we'll just have to focus on a frontal assault just for the moment.
I'm on.
And then we'll wind up the turn by bringing up Rosie from the rear. And now we're getting into the enemy phase. And I can see that we have 1 viewer so far, so whomever you may be, thank you for joining us. And if you've got any questions about Valkyria Chronicles, don't hesitate to put them in post your comments, and I'll answer your questions.
Under fire.
Alright, now we're up to phase 4. We'll kick off the proceedings again by using Carl to repair our tank. That should do for the moment.
Where is everybody? Hostile spotted.
And we got a little too close for comfort there. So
Maintain your lines.
so we use Carl to move up to where Juno is.
Just watch this.
Then, because we've got the tank relatively weak, we should have
You're done.
hopefully enough firepower to knock the tank out completely.
You're done. All right.
Who are these guys?
Let's do this thing.
Now the variation that... Now one of the variations, things we're doing as part of our variation, is that...
Target silenced.
So we're going to clear out the camp, but we're not going to take the post just yet, because if we do, that can that will make the AI or the computer change its strategy. So what we'll do is we'll knock out this leader while we still can. So we've already taken out 2 medals. That should stymie the enemy for the moment. Now, before we wind this turn up, we're going to...
Hostile identified.
I know you're back there. Get out here.
We're going to set up Juno in this position.
Ready to move out. Enemy neutralized.
Man down. Everybody be careful.
Okay. Now, as you can see, by placing Juno up on this high ledge, we've now got a full view of what's happening in the enemy camp. Something that we didn't have in our last engagement at Kloden Wildwood. And we've just had a message coming in. Okay. So, okay. So we've got, so as I said, as you can see, by positioning Juno through this secret garden path, we now have a full view of the battle of the camp and the layout, which is something that we didn't have in the previous playthrough. So what we will do now with this final map, final medal, is I want to as you can see, they have started their play to call reinforcements. They have started their play to call reinforcements. I guess Juno knocking out that cannon has given me away. Has unfortunately given me away. So, which is not a problem, because I've at least got Juno in a safe position where she can at least hold up any enemies until Largo and Carl join her. So we'll start moving up Largo first.
Hostiles approaching.
This is going to take a fair few medals.
Just watch this.
I did get a question asked of me today by a couple of people by someone about why wasn't Valkyria Chronicles critically acclaimed when it was first released. It actually was. A lot of major gaming publications did
It's all over.
did post very good reviews about Valkyria Chronicles when it first came out back in 2008. Unfortunately, what happened was that Sega had made the somewhat unfortunate mistake of not really giving this game a lot of publicity in the West. In Japan, it was very heavily publicised and very heavily promoted. And I've just had a message from VFA Kings Gaming Australia saying that I've got 4 viewers. Okay, that's very good. So what we've got here now is that Carl should have enough movement to join up with Juno. Which is a good thing. So usually in this situation it's much better to just play defense. So what we'll have, okay, I'll keep Largo there until the second turn. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep Rosie there for the moment until the enemy starts calling in reinforcements from this post. They haven't yet, which is good. But what we'll do, just in case they do start calling, I'll have Rosie on standby to push to take that camp just in case. So what have we got now? This time we're going to this time we're going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to set up Alicia and Noche as backup in the event that should my proposed plan go wrong. And VFA Kings Gaming Australia has just written Carl's Jr. mate, and that is very true. Carl's Jr. is fantastic. So if you need bad in the Central Coast, I highly recommend you try them. Okay. So what I plan on doing here is that I'm going to set up Noche and Alicia as a backup, just in case my gambit goes wrong. And so it's always good to have them there.
500 meters.
While I'm at it,
A little more because I'm nice.
Stay calm and get it done.
Thank you.
Don't leave yourself.
good. Now VFA Kings Gaming Australia has just informed me that there's 4 viewers. So for the people watching so far, if you've got any questions about Valkyria Chronicles, any suggestions you'd like to make, please don't hesitate to leave something in the comments. And
Man down. Everybody be careful.
yeah, we've taken out another enemy leader, so that should give us something we want now. Now this looks pretty airtight at the moment, but I've got a feeling that reinforcements may get called, so I'm not going to take chances with that. So I'm going to use Alicia to take the camp and act as a defense. So. tank here is fairly easy in that it only follows a set route, and one advantage to that is that it does use up 4 medals when it's while it's performing its routine move. Okay, now, it looks like the enemy has figured out where we are, so I wasn't expecting that until much later, but it looks like they've caught on to where we are, where I am up on the ridge. So,
Been waiting here.
so this time we're going to have to start moving a little bit faster. So,
Come in.
Just watch this.
there is a way that you can deploy a Lancer earlier on in the piece when you've got situations like this. Unfortunately, in this situation, when you've got a character like Largo, you've pretty much got to work with what you have. So
Been waiting here.
what I'm just going to do with him at the moment is just set him up for the next turn, and then I'll use Juno.
Enemy sighted. Enemy neutralized.
I'm impressed, but not surprised.
Okay, what I'm doing here is a bit of a gamble, but this works out the way I hope it will. Unfortunately, that didn't quite work out the way we'd hoped, which isn't a bad thing. Just means you've got to be a bit more careful in future. What I had hoped to do was take out at least one of the shock troopers, and by restocking the grenade for Juno, we could clear up this camp. Now, fortunately, that wasn't the case, but we still.
Here I go.
But now that we've given Juno another hand grenade, that gives us
Here I come.
the opportunity that we need to clear that up a bit.
Keep casualties down.
So now, okay. So the good thing is that now we've cleared open that camp, and we've still got our backup here. At the moment, it is still a bit risky to move forward, so I'm going to end the turn prematurely and save these 2 medals for my next phase. And now I've got 2 viewers, so hello to my 2 viewers. normally once you've gotten a lot farther ahead in this game, it is much faster to complete this particular skirmish because of leveling up your character, leveling up your units. Unfortunately, that's not the case for me, so I'm pretty much working off a basic level for my units, which is dragging me out to turn 7. So yeah, so I'm 2 turns over what I should have done, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Why does okay, we've just had a question. Why does the tank repeat that move? Is it a glitch? It's not a glitch. It's a tactical move that this particular medium tank always does. The medium tank here will always move back and forth on that particular route, acting as a defense. Now, in terms of its movement, so it'll always start here. It'll start use one turn to move here, and then another turn to move back. As you can see, it's now, as you can see from the arrow, it is now aiming at the back. So it's already figured out that we're already trying to get the high road. Now, what we're going to do here is,
All right, here I go.
we're going to finally get out of hiding and start
Now go, tear into him.
taking the offensive.
Here I come. Enemy neutralized.
Good. That makes things a bit easier.
Understood.
So I hope that answers your question, VFA Kings. It is not a glitch. It's part of the AI computer's strategy for the tank. And what we'll try here is that we're going to clear out with Carl and Juno. We're going to clear out as much. We're going to clear out as much soldiers as we can to hopefully clear the way for Largo.
So, Clark.
Been waiting here.
Okay. Now, unfortunately, we've had an unfortunate casualty in Carl, but that's not a problem. As any experienced VC player will tell you, one of the beautiful things about this game is that it does strongly encourage adapting tactics according to the situation.
Take good care.
Come in. I repeat, come in.
Been waiting here.
These are your orders.
Okay. Now that things have gone slightly tits up over here, it's time to bring in my reserves. A little earlier than I expected.
this.
Now, I just might. Is this? He sold you. Well, thank you for stating the perfectly obvious VFA King Gaming.
You're done.
Ready for action. Die.
Okay, okay. I admit this isn't quite working out the way I'd hoped it would, but we've got ourselves in a good position. We've got Alicia now acting as a distraction. The tank is still going to do its manoeuvre. And we've lost a medal. Okay, dear Largo, please duck if the tank uses its flamethrower. Okay. What we can now? Okay, quick resume of what you've just witnessed. Unfortunately, my strategy has all but fallen apart. Okay, sometimes these things happen. So this is what we're going to do. Now I'm going to ignore the orders, and I'm going to go for a mad dash for the end game.
Did you see that?
Man down, everybody. Just watch this. Enemy sighted.
This is going to be one of those few instances where lightning reflexes it.
Not yet.
I made very short videos chopping random objects. Yes, a chop. Okay, well, good for you, chopper guy.
Blind here?
Okay, my strategy is about to fall into chaos, but okay, you're chopping random objects. Very good, well done.
Make sure you stay calm.
Alicia.
Let's do this thing. Let's do this thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've witnessed what we call a clusterfuck here at the VFA King Gaming.
Let's do this thing.
Okay, ha ha ha, that light reflex is going into the blooper reel. Fantastic, well done, very good, thank you. Moving on.
Let's do this thing.
Alright.
Damn it! The rest is up to you, boss.
Alright, we're going, you know what, we're going into the last stretch. You know, quite frankly, I don't care what sort of rank I get, because this thing has just been a complete and utter disaster. This is what happens when you overestimate the ability of your units, so I'm just going to finish this up right now. Alright, that's it. Alright.
Operation complete. We took their base.
Well, fantastic. Have a look at that. That's wonderful. D-ranking. Yep. You know, I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happens when, again, you overestimate the abilities of your units and you wind up with the result that I've just had. So, alright. Well, unfortunately, well, what you saw there was one variation of how you can complete that map. Tomorrow night we're going to do the third and final variation on how you can complete the Kloden Wildwood skirmish. This time, hopefully, we're not going to have the same disaster as we had before, as we've had tonight. So, yep, on behalf of the VFA King's Gaming Clan, my name's Henry, and I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow night to check out again the third and final variation on how to beat the Kloden Wildwood skirmish. Take care. Oh, okay. I've just been advised. We're going to have the division on VFA Kings next, so sit tight, and yep, you'll be able to see all of us together enjoying that map.